Hello, very good dear subscribers, and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today we have the special monthly video reviewing my portfolio starting from €0 with you. Get ready to discover my May pick. As always, first I would like to analyze a little about the evolution of the YouTube channel and how I see it in a couple of months. As you can see, the evolution during this last month has been very positive since some days jumped due to some semi-viral shorts. Additionally, we grow as much as I expected in the daily number of visits and new subscribers recovering summer evolution numbers. The evolution continues to grow, although it is necessary to find a new approach to try to attract more people. Wow! This month we have exceeded the goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers. So for this month the goal will be to reach 1,200 subscribers. Do you think we will make it? The evolution of the investment made in April has been so good, as it grew almost 2%. NextEra Energy, Texas Instruments and Texas Roadhouse had growth above 5%, while Comcast dropped around 9% and Hershey and Starbucks between 1% and 2%. Remember that this is a very long-term investment, and that the objective is not to obtain a high return in the short term. So this large drop of Comcast since I made the purchase does not worry me too much, since I fully trust my estimates of the intrinsic value of them. The good news is that during this month we have received 2 dividend payments. Specifically €1.30 of Vici Properties, and 74 cents from Comcast. That makes a total of €2.04. Moving on, I currently have 30 stocks from different sectors on my watch list. But for today's video we will only focus on those that are below my estimate of their intrinsic value. Because remember, you always have to buy low and sell high, and not the other way around. As simple as it may seem, most investors lose their money by not following this advice and selling their shares when the price has already fallen, and panic and buying them when everyone is talking about them and the price is overbought. Additionally, we will not consider companies and industries that we already have in our portfolio, to diversify our portfolio and reduce risk. So we will go on to analyze in depth companies such as TRowe Price, Johnson & Johnson, AbbVie and ORCL, since 2 of them would allow us to receive dividends this month and the other 2 are so cheap after a huge drop in their market price. In order to better evaluate each section that we are analyzing, I have decided to create a Google Sheets table in which we will place the score obtained by each company, like the previous months. Let's start by checking the dividend safety. Both ORCL and AbbVie have a dividend safety of 90, while Johnson & Johnson has a perfect dividend safety of 99. Finally, TRowe Price has a lower dividend safety. Even so, I consider that the safety of all 4 is good. Regarding dividend yield, only ORCL has not a dividend yield between 2.5% and 4.5%. That is the range I am looking for. However, if we look at dividend growth, the situation changes completely, since the stocks that had a higher initial dividend are those that have the lowest growth. Even so, the growth of all of them seems stable, with the annual compound growth of the last 5 years being between 5% and 15%. Continuing with the evolution of the revenue and earnings of each company. All 4 have had a positive evolution, although TRowe Price, Johnson & Johnson and AbbVie had a decrease in both in the last year. Now, if we look at the evolution of free cash flow per share over the last 10 years, the 2 that have had a positive evolution are AbbVie and Johnson & Johnson, since the other 2 have had a somewhat flat and inconsistent evolution with years of growth and years of decrease. As I mentioned in my previous video, I want to make investments in companies that make buybacks, and 3 of them meet that requirement. Although ORCL buybacks have clearly been broader. The price/earnings ratio is a good indicator to check whether a company is undervalued or overvalued, in addition to our fair value analysis. Johnson & Johnson and TRowe Price are below the 5-year average price-to-earnings ratio, while ORCL is above and AbbVie above them, indicating an overvaluation of their respective prices. Moving on to yield on cost, here AbbVie and ORCL are the clear winner with over 10% compound annual growth rate over the last 10 years. While TRowe and Johnson & Johnson barely managed to have 4% compound annual growth rate on their yield on cost during the last 10 years. Finally, we will see the total return that each stock has offered during the last 5 years. Here AbbVie and ORCL are also the clear winners, while Johnson & Johnson was the worst in this area with only 19% total return in the last 5 years. Once we have all the values of the scores obtained, what I will do is multiply the average of all the sections by the score obtained in terms of dividend safety in order to more efficiently adjust the results to its security. Well, as you can see, Johnson & Johnson and ORCL have obtained the highest score, but I will choose Johnson & Johnson due to his P below 5-year average and free cash flow evolution. So ORCL will be a company to take into account in the future. As a result, Johnson & Johnson will be our pick of May. Then we enter the Scalable Broker and carry out the operation, looking for the Johnson & Johnson ticker. Remember that I will always try to make a purchase of around €100 so that the commission is less than 1%. So introducing one share we would make an investment of €136.90, so adding the commission of 99 cents, the investment amounts to €137.89. I would like to emphasize that I made the purchase on the 16th of April. Well, we go on to write down the purchases made in our Google spreadsheet. So I put the date on which I made the purchase, the Johnson & Johnson ticker, and finally I have to look at the euro to US dollar exchange rate to have it as a reference. As you can see, it gives me a total of €137.89. Then placing the ticker in the first column as always, automatically will appear the number of shares and cost per share. We added it in the healthcare sector. And as you can see, this investment will allow us to reinvest 0.04 shares annually via dividends. As we are already in the month of May, I will move on to the monthly value sheet, and in the month of May 2024 we will write the €1,167.37 that our investments are currently worth in the market. This has been all for today, dear investors. A pleasure, as always, to receive your great support. Remember that these videos are not investment recommendations, and it is necessary for each of you to do your own analysis and consult a financial expert if necessary. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and activate the bell so you don't miss any of my interesting videos. Thank you for watching the video, and tell me through the comments what you think my portfolio will look like next month. Until next time.